Doesn't sound very reasonable. Tickets to see Space Club. Doesn't sound very reasonable. Amber, you okay in there? Just hold still, I'll have you out of there right away. Don't suppose you could take a couple of pictures if I slipped the camera in there with you, huh? No, I shouldn't do that. I don't see any way to open the doors. The seal is too tight and the lock is just too smooth to hook anything onto it. No, that won't work. No, that won't work. Not a good idea. Doesn't sound very reasonable. Oh! Oh no! Help! Ow! Ow! Help! Help! Nicely done, Amber. You're very strong. Now just wait for me. I don't see any way to open the doors. The seal is too tight and the lock is just too smooth to hook anything onto it. Safe to say this was not what I thought I would find. Finished. I'll admit I was surprised to learn that skunk cola is nothing more than colored water spiked with dish soap. How the hell it's managed to be sold for so many years without anyone noticing it, I can't begin to guess. More to the point, I suppose how the hell the manufacturer got away with selling it in the first place. But that's an investigation for another day. Reitherman's got my assignment and he damn well has no choice but to give me a passing grade. Now it's time to focus on more important matters.
That didn't take long. I figured you'd keep me waiting a couple of days at least before I got to see you again.
Ha! Yeah, well, you know, it's not a thing. You don't need to make too much out of it.
Don't worry. As much as it would stroke my ego to think you'd returned because of me, suspect there's something else you're after.
You have no idea how relieved I am that you had my bracelet. My father gave it to me. It's one of the only things I own of any real sentimental value. I was afraid it was gone for good.
No worries. It's been safe in my pocket, waiting for you to come and collect it.
It's funny. I don't recall when I lost it. It was just gone when I woke up this morning. I'd hate to think you might have kept it just to bring me back here.
If I did, what would that say about me?
That you're not to be trusted? That you don't trust yourself?
Why would you say that?
It would mean that you didn't believe yourself worthy of my future interest, so you had to try to trick me into coming back.
Can I buy you a drink?
I'll tell you what. I'll buy myself a drink, buy yourself a drink, and we can chat for a bit while we each enjoy our separately purchased drinks.
Agreed. But you got him to give you one of the topics to investigate? To write your article about? How did you manage that?
Oh, it took some convincing. I just used my innate charm, I suppose.
Then maybe he's not as bad as you think he is.
Oh no, he's pretty bad, Sasha.
Excuse me, that's my boss. I have to take this.
Hey, Nuno, what's up? What? What?
It's one thing to break into the warehouse to steal the sphere, but another entirely to write an article that almost admits as much. Cunningly subtle, there's no mention of the golden sphere at all, and yet meant as a warning by its author. To what end? Blackmail or something more? This must be taken care of, Blaine, and quickly. We have to determine just how much the person who wrote this knows. This journalist, this Reitherman. He's either brilliant or a fool, but a man who can write like this? I suspect he's the former, not the latter. Keep an eye on him, Blaine.
Yes, sir. It just so happens I've got a good lead on where to start.
Had Reitherman done me a favor by stealing my byline, by publishing my work as his? And worse, did this mean I was actually going to be in his debt? Was it simply destiny that brought Blaine and I together? Or just bad luck and a cosmic sense of humor? And then the sphere. Just like before, falling into my life and immediately turning it upside down. Nothing is simple. Nothing ever is. On the Ark.
Good morning.
It's always a good morning on the Ark.
Well, you're free to enjoy it as long as you like.
Wait, you're leaving? Just like that?
Wish I could stay, believe me, but I've got work to do.
Don't we all? Will I see you later?
You can count on it.
Not quite the plan, but better than nothing. Time to take a look around.
Thought Alicia eagerly.
What the fuck is that?
Once dressed, Alicia began investigating Blaine's luxury private penthouse, situated in the finest neighborhood of the Ark.
Seriously, what is your deal?
I am the narrator. Chapter 1 was a little confusing, so we thought introducing a voiceover for this chapter that would let people in on what we're thinking and why, that couldn't hurt.
Fuck you.
I'm also here to class things up a bit, in contrast to your remarkably foul mouth, to add some refinement, some culture.
Don't need you, don't want you. Shut up and stay out of my way.
Right, I'll just wait in the upper right-hand corner then, in case you need anything. Or in case the player wants a contrast to your overindulged potty mouth and high school dramatics.
Fuck you.
I rest my case.
Who has a fish tank above the bed? If it breaks for some reason, there would be water everywhere. Or scare the shit out of you. It depends on the time that happens, of course. Looks like a perfect replica of the city metro. Runs on a magnetic repulsor track. Huh. Just like the real thing. Aw. I was hoping it would open a secret compartment or something. Exactly like the one Blaine put on before he left. He's a good-looking guy and a fun tumble, but his wardrobe could use some work.
Says the woman who hasn't changed her outfit since chapter 1.
Touché. Let's see what we have here. A too fast, too furious rapper, time-stamped at 12:30. Now, what was Blaine doing at Frankie's bar? That's a bit of a hike from here, and I don't believe he went for the food. Definitely easy to hide a magnetic strip key or security card amongst these, but I can't just dump them all on the floor and go through them page by page. Need to find a faster way of searching them. The Art of War by Sun Tzu, next to Little Women. What a conflicted little boy you are, Sasha Blaine. Half hunk, half Genghis Khan. No fluctuations in the field. Constant and stable. A butler robot. It has everything spotless. Not a speck of dust. What was Sasha doing in Frankie's bar? It's nowhere near the university district, and I find it hard to believe that he came all this way just for Frankie's burgers. Geek find, an original reproduction helmet from Star Quest episode 17. That's the one with the vampire mice. I liked that movie. Nice telescope! Oh god, I hope Blaine uses this to look at the stars and not his neighbors. I wouldn't want to have slept with that much of a pervert.
It's nice to know you have limits.
I am growing to hate you. You know that, right?
Ziusudra Tower, if I'm not mistaken. You've seen it, I'm sure. In District 1, in the center of town.
Incredible. Not only does it display moving images and corresponding sound, it generates heat. Isn't science wonderful? Oops!
Alicia quickly demonstrated her inability to take care of intelligent life.
Hey, anyone can make a mistake. Black silk sheets and the hints of Blaine's cologne. Something tells me I shouldn't feel too special about last night. Definitely easy to hide a magnetic strip key or security card amongst these, but I can't just dump them all on the floor and go through them page by page. I need to find a faster way of searching them. Looks like a perfect replica of the city metro. Runs on a magnetic repulsor track. Huh. Just like the real thing.
Ziusudra Tower, if I'm not mistaken. You've seen it, I'm sure. In District 1, in the center of town.
I've seen it.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the player.
I am growing to hate you. You know that, right? Aw. I was hoping it would open a secret compartment or something. It'll lock behind me. Before I leave, I better be sure there's nothing else I might need. Black silk sheets and the hints of Blaine's cologne. Something tells me I shouldn't feel too special about last night. It's an awfully nice paperweight. Is it a paperweight?
It's an Epsilon Eridani egg, Alicia. It's incredibly expensive, incredibly rare, and speaks to Mr. Blaine's exceptional taste.
It's mine now.
You have no shame.
Doesn't sound very reasonable. Doesn't sound very reasonable. It'll lock behind me. Before I leave, I better be sure there's nothing else I might need.
That was unconscionable. That egg was priceless.
Epsilon eridani eggs refract 3 distinct colors when in contact with a light source. This one had 2.
It was a fake?
You can unclench. Yeah, it was a fake, made out of glass. I wanted to make you suffer. Yeah, that's never gonna be fixed. That magnet for the train is pretty powerful, though. Could be useful. A security pass. Perfect! And in the name of Sylvia Schlotzen? Interesting. Why does Sasha Blaine have Sylvia Schlotzen's security pass hidden amongst his books? Not a good idea. Yeah, that's never gonna be fixed. And now it's a perfect replica of a city metro crash. Oops.
Where did I put my... What an adorable young lady you are. Here to see Sasha? And you've been playing with his toys. Well, I'll just wait for him downstairs. I'd invite you, but it's grown-up talk. Ciao.
Bitch.
Said Alicia, jealous despite herself. After searching through Blaine's things, Alicia managed only to discover a fast food wrapper and a Ziusudra security card.
Okay, yes, it's not much, but it's a start, right? At the least, I can ask Frankie what Blaine was doing at his place.
I'm waiting for Sasha now, yes? We'll discuss the matter and get to work right away. Don't worry, we'll take care of the professor.
A nice, elegant cafe in the center of the district, a perfect place for a romantic rendezvous or a nice, quiet drink. The poster is for a political rally with Joseph Abraham Bossman, leader and beacon of the ARC for over 20 years now.
A true politician. Pompous, pretentious, and useless. Cinco Pharmaceutics. You can tell they're awesome because the letters are so big. Am I paranoid, or does that guy look like Professor Reitherman?
No, that's just the programmers reusing assets. Move along.
Wonder what Blaine and she have to talk about that's so urgent. What?
Even though we could dare to suggest the steady increase in the number and extension of our activity requires precision and determination of overall system. Moreover, given current constraints, the strengthening and development of the structures involved in the process of restructuring and modernization of the basic assumptions adopted, it is obvious to note that the steady increase in the number and extension of our activity involved in the process of restructuring and modernization of members towards their unavoidable duties. Furthermore, the steady increase in the number and extension of our activity provides an interesting test of the verification of the new proposals, but would sin of insincerity if we avoided saying that the strengthening and development of the structures requires precision and determination of the generating elements. It is obvious to note that the strengthening and development of the structures involved in the process of restructuring and modernization of the generating elements. Even though we could dare to suggest the overcoming outmoded experiences provides an interesting test of the verification of educational directions within the meaning of progress. Dear
This is crap, and yet you're recording everything like crazy.
I'd kill to record a disaster or an accident, believe me, but nothing ever happens around here. Don't suppose you'd like to start a riot, would you?
It is obvious to note that the indiscriminate application of conclusive factors
With their uniforms and their training, they all look like police.
Practically identical. They could be clones.
The rich and diverse experiences show that the current organizational structure must mean a real and effective start.
The Galicians are known to live upwards of 2 years, max. Is it fair they receive full pension after only 15 days of work?
Furthermore, the current organizational structure can, in any case, explain the rationale of the generating element.
With their uniforms and their training, they all look like police.
Practically identical. They could be clones.
It is obvious to note that the complexity of the studies of leaders provides an interesting test of the verification of
The imposing and glorious Ziusudra Tower, heart of the city's economy and culture.
However, we must not forget that the strengthening and development of the structures requires precision and determination of overall system. Even though we could
Abraham Bossman's in regal pose, a glorious tribute to his greatness and dedication.
Or a glorious tribute to his ego. I mean, bronze. Seriously?
However, we must not forget that consultation with many activists requires precision and determination of educational directions within the meaning of progress. It is obvious to note that consultation with many activists derived from an
Welcome to the Our Control panels, Ms. Sylvia Slotson. From this panel, you can go to every place you want. In the left panel, we will record all your favorite places. In the right panel, you can introduce your district code manually and get an instant travel to that address.
Not a good idea.
The rich and diverse experiences show that the indiscriminate application of conclusive factors hampers the assessment of the importance of educational directions within the meaning of progress, but would sin of insincerity if we avoided saying that the indiscriminate application of conclusive factors can,
Doesn't sound
in
very
any case,
reasonable.
explain the rationale of overall system, even though we could dare to suggest the overcoming output
It looks
of
like it's a time and
experiences
date,
hampers the
but
assessment
it
of
could
the
be a
importance
password,
of the conditions
or even
of
a set of
appropriate
coordinates.
activities. Dear colleagues, the strengthening and development of the structures ensures the participant.
It looks like it's a time and date, but it could be a password, or even a set of coordinates. I have no idea who that woman is, but whatever it is she's talking to Blaine about, I want to hear it.
Good morning, Miss Van Volish.
Good morning, Officer Bolisai. Are you high?
What? No, never, ever. What do you mean? You think I'm acting high? Drugged? Maybe I am drugged. Maybe they put it in the food or in the water or both.
Fuck me running, he's lost his mind. So, what's new in the neighborhood these days?
New, right. Too Fast, Too Foodie has got a new manager. Weird, but reliable. There's construction at the university. It's messed everything up a bit. And I'm here, right here. Still here. You can see, but I might move. I might change my route so they can't see me.
Bolisai, what's going on?
Nothing is going on. I'm just on alert, looking out for threats, okay? Because you never know. You could be just, doing your job, maybe enjoying a nice cold fruit drink full of nutrients and special flavor, and...
Wait a second. Is this about the skunk fraud? About how that drink was totally bad for you? I don't believe you. Keep your eyes open, officer.
Always on the alert.
So it was a big rat then?
Yes. Good morning, Miss Van Volish.
Good morning, Officer Bolisai. There's a rat over there. Shouldn't you take care of that?
Let's just say my last attempt to apprehend said vermin was deemed ineffective and even destructive, and that I've been ordered to leave the rat alone.
I see. Keep your eyes open, officer.
Always on the alert.